It is time to decorate for the 4th of July. There's only 3 weeks, and if you need some fresh ideas, I'm Amy.
I'm Kate. Howdy.
And we've got the ideas for you today, plus some super sparkly hats. So if you want to jump on and have some rustic looks for the July 4th season, maybe that is your vibe. We've got some good ideas
I wonder how many ridiculous videos exist of us on the internet. Hey, how's it going? Patriotic is 25% off, and it is only 3 weeks away. The 4th of July is coming up quick, so you need to get your orders in today, so that way we can get it packed, shipped. You can have it up at your house and enjoy it for a few weeks before the 4th of July. So place your orders today, 25% off, all patriotic. We're going to style it a little rustic today, which I don't think we've done at all.
No, I think I've been thinking about it, and I was having a vision of mushrooms and patriotic flags. What do you think of that concept?
Okay, she had a vision, you guys.
It's a bit of vision.
There's a vision. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to drop links. If you're watching in replay, everything is available at magnoliasne.com, or you can follow us anywhere. Magnoliasne is what you search for Nebraska. We pop up on Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. What's that new thing? Lemonade. We're everywhere. You can find us, and there's different content on all different platforms. So go follow us out there, and
you won't be bored.
You won't be bored.
You can suck your life away in the internet world if you want to watch all of our things. We have everything for sale except for the hats. These are pretty snazzy, don't you think? It's like sparkly, and it lights
My
up.
husband's idea.
They were shopping at Walmart, guys. Good old Wally World set us up with some pretty hats, and they're very inexpensive. And they're like $6.50. Wow, what a bargain!
Walmart.
Thank you, Walmart. So we got a vibe going today. Just in case you haven't been watching lately, the 25% off sale upgrade happened just recently on everything patriotic. I have my non-patriotic items to mix in today. Some of my stylings are going to include designing patriotic with mushrooms, rustic branches, vines, and other stems that are part of our other 25% off sale, which is our spring-summer sale on spring-summer stems. So that's the plan, Stan. Jump on, say hello, let me know you're watching, that we're not alone today.
Hello, Donna, Kathy. Happy Wednesday from Destin, Florida. She'll be in Omaha for a couple months, so she's on our list.
You're coming to see us?
Or we're on her list.
Make sure you let us know when. We'll run next door and get a coffee or a cocktail.
Absolutely. Hello, Susan. She got her orders today. Her glass green vase, if I can talk today, is beautiful. Okay. Hello, Kathy and Vicky, Kathy, Deborah, Tracy. Hello, Antonio.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Judy in Wisconsin.
Hi, everybody.
So, patriotic, 25% off. Show the people what they gotta have.
Okay. Well, we have been having a lot of discussion and buzz about our fountain candles lately. The blue one, most recently arrived, lends itself perfectly well to designing for the patriotic season, but then, you know, it's just a spa look after the 4th of July. Or it's a oceanside look, or a lakeside design look. I don't think you can go wrong with this 3-layered ombre, four different colors actually, of this ombre candle. And we have it sitting in the lantern called the, oh gosh, I remember the name of it. Thank you, that black Hopewell lantern. So it fits perfectly, and it does go through the lantern. You can see that it is not too large to fit through the side. Obviously, that's how I got it in there. The lantern doesn't open. And the white Hopewell lantern may be the same thing, but I didn't personally try the white
It's
Hopewell.
a little smaller.
It won't fit. Okay, so the black one works. And this candle is a little bit narrower than the other fountain candles, so that's why it's fitting in here. And I had never tried that before, so that was Kate's idea. We also have this handy-dandy poppy candle ring. It is a perfect size for not only the lantern, but around the candle as well. What's our current low price point on that?
16 bucks.
So it also comes as a spray, which has to be nearly gone. These things are getting to be low quantities. Everything's super low quantities. And we're doing rustic design today. So this particular spray, also a very low price point item. And then I'll be using a couple other things today that are red, white, and blue florals in combination with some of our designs.
Stem is on sale for $12 today.
$12. So you can get a lot of different color additions that way. And since we're talking rustic vibe, I'm starting out with my most rustic patriotic runner. You can see behind me here, the one on the fireplace is more white. Can you see a little bit of those stripes, the red, white stripes, and the stars are white, white. Whereas this one, whoops, this one is vintage looking. and it's stitched and embroidered. Let me hold that up.
Jennifer said, yeehaw, where's your horse?
I used to have a horse. Hi,
Sharon. Hi, Diana. She got her Magnolia box yesterday and loved everything. I always love to hear that. Susie, hello. She's loving the hat.
I love the hat. I guess I just have to keep wearing it, or I'm going to have hat hair.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep wearing it for the whole thing. This will be a fun experiment to see if I get more views because I have a crazy hat. I don't know.
You
wasn't
figured
all the way
something out?
plugged in.
Oh, shoot.
I was like, well, everything looks fine.
That's
Okay,
why.
good to go.
So how to make everything more rustic? Well, the answer to anything, as you might know, is bendy vine. Do you guys have a little stash at your house? Because if you don't, you should. This is the brown green bendy vine. Comes in a strand of multiple strands. I think there's, I don't know, more than 20 strands in the bunch for over $20. An everyday item, but you know, it's just wired twigs. Wired twigs, and you can't go wrong with a little bit of that here and there in your designs. So I could just layer some loops around my candle ring, which gives it a nice look. At just, you don't even have to be scientific about it. If you put it in there, it will look good. Give it a little swirl, curl up the ends, wind it through, and it instantly makes things look more rustic. Don't you agree? So it's never rocket science to use bendy vine. You just need to get it in there, loop it around, and it makes things just look wispy and airy. So we can show that in a couple of different designs today. So that is our Hopewell lantern, the candle that is one of our fountain candles. These candles come with a remote, by the way, if you didn't know, and the price is $40-some.
I don't think it's 40.
It's not 40, it's less than 40? Okay.
No.
I can't remember the prices of these things.
That is why you don't guess,
To
Mother.
save my soul.
64. You were not right at all.
Okay. Well, there probably is a $40 candle, but it's not this one. So we have off on. The off and on is both for the light and for the fountain portion. So it has its own off and on for whatever reason. If you just want to run the fountain without the light and vice versa, you can do that. You put the water in the top. It doesn't hold very much water, and it also, you can see it's not splashing at all. So that is super helpful. I'll have to just color back. It's okay. You can. We are going to set that in that little $16 candle ring, and that is our setup. So we're going to operate that candle on a couple of C batteries. It is something that you could use like filtered water, or what do I want to say? Water that's not going to cause a buildup. You know what I'm talking about. But that would, I have had mine for quite a while in my kitchen, and I haven't noticed a buildup on it.
Butt dial, I think.
Oh, really? Okay. People are calling my phone. Well, I had been texting her this morning, so that might be it. So that's the fountain situation today. Let me see if I can find somewhere to set that.
Link is dropped. Sharon said Amy is not allowed to give prices.
No, you're right, Sharon.
Hi, Naomi. Hi, Kathy. Hope you're doing good today. Marsha, hello, hello. Kathy's saying aloha. Kristen,
hi, everybody.
Hello. Wow, lots of people hopping on. Yes, distilled water is what they recommend.
That's the word. Distilled water. Couldn't think of it.
That is what they recommend in there.
Got it. Well, this is a fun little drop-in. It is already a little bit rustic. All of our drop-ins get wrapped with bendy vine on the bottom. This one is the Uncle Sam's drop-in. $54.50 was the regular price. I can give you the price if it's printed on the tag, right?
Yes, you can.
And then we're going to have sale prices on everything patriotic today, as you know. This is a regular priced item, our wicker woven pitcher.
On sale, sorry, Uncle Sam drop-in on sale for $40.
Okay.
Miss Speed Queen.
$35.50 for this wicker basket vase holder. We have had those coming around for a few times now. We've had them in. They're dwindling. They're dwindling.
How much was the pitcher?
We're down to a couple. $35.50 for the woven pitcher.
Got it.
We also have it in white. Don't really see the white one, but it's around here somewhere.
Hi, Naomi. She got 2 packages yesterday and 1 coming today. Spoiling yourself, I see. Hello,
Good
Holly.
deal.
Kathy said, I set up the patriotic lighted branch set, and it's 100 times prettier in person than I would have imagined. I'll post a picture of my arrangement in VIP after the show. Yay!
Please do.
Thanks, Kathy.
I do have the, you can kind of see it. There it is. This is the burst,
That's the burst.
the blast. Sorry, the LED blast.
Radiant blast.
But
yeah.
that is a different one. I think Kathy's describing the red, white, and blue brown twigs, which, Kate, yes, those are more rustic than this one. And we don't have them in here, or we do?
Oh, look.
Okay, we did. You know what? This room has a lot of stuff in it. So this little item makes anything else look rustic. I bet we can try this in a couple different scenarios. It's the plastic twig garland. It looks like angel vine, but it is artificial angel vine with a piece of brown jute wrapped around it to control it, but no wire in it. Can you tell here what we got going on? So it's just a strandy thing. If it was real angel vine, it would not be pliable. It would just crunch up, because this is looking just like the wreath base that you have seen before, but you can wind it through trays and various things. In fact, wait till you see some of this fall design that Kelsey did with it. If it's part of our fall promo, you're going to see an amazing collection of items that she wound through fall decor. So a person can
well, the box
just...
is in here.
Is it?
Empty box, I should say.
I'm looking too. It's got to be laying around then. It's in here someplace.
Kayla quick.
Okay, so I'm just kind of weaving it through and catching it on there's a bendy vine strand sticking up from the wrap of the base, and that helps me control the placement of it. But that little vine adds a little something something to make things more rustic. So give that a try. You know, you can also go glitzy. I'm not going to focus too heavily on glitz, but I can report that in the back room, for shipping purposes today, we have maybe there's like 6 or 7 of these on the shelf. They are around $4. They're marked down. Oh no, they're a little bit more. They're marked down to about 6 from $8.50. And that little ball spray will add some glitz. So it's not exactly rustic, but it's a fun spray to add to things. And I think we can try that in a non-seasonal item. And then also there are 4 of these on the shelf and maybe a handful at the store. The Americana top hat, which is also marked down. I think it's on sale. It is also 25% off, and I'll tell you, I think I know what the price is, but I won't say it out loud. I'll let Kate find it and drop the link. How about that? How about that, Sharon? So here's how it would look if you added the Americana hat to this look.
There is hardly any of those left.
The Americana, I just said, I think there's 4 here, and there's a couple at the store. So be advised, they are in limited quantity. That's how it looks when you accent with it. So I'm going to just disassemble, set these aside, and show you as we go along other places this can go and be dropped in. Now, hey, before we started today, I had a special request of our designer, Linda, who is Speedy and Johnny on the spot. I had a good idea for a vertical door swag or a wall piece, and she has executed it perfectly and put it together. I just thought this combination, since we had sold out of wall designs, that this would be a great vertical piece that we could add into our collection quick. Even though it's on sale and I said we weren't going to make any more items, this idea was so good. I laid it out on Saturday and I said, could you please put it together so we can show it today? So it's got the Natural Touch tulips in there, and this is, I forgot what this is called.
What?
And
Salvia.
Salvia, thank you, Kate. A fun bow, and of course lots of wispy twigs, so it falls into the rustic category. And that piece is the Star Spangled vertical swag.
On sale for $63.
That's weird, the price didn't print on the tag. Okay.
The price didn't
I
print
wonder
at all?
I wonder if they realize that. Yeah, there's just an item number in place of the price. So that's odd. I've never seen that happen before, but she'll figure it out. I'm not blind. It just simply didn't put the price on the tag.
No, I wondered if it got cut off. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it does have a little bit of white. It has lots of these bendy twigs in there. You could fan this out, or if it laid on a tray like this, well, maybe we should just try it in a tray. It would be an opportunity as well to use the twigs for a nice accent. I better keep moving along. There is a lot of ideas on my counter.
By you. Sharon's loving that bow.
You know what? That bow is a good representation of some of our ribbon on the bolt. That is 25% off ribbon. So if you are one to DIY it, now's the time to grab your ribbon, use some of it up. You'll have a little extra for next year. It is great ribbon, and I think we hadn't run out, to my knowledge, of any of our ribbons at this point. I think we still have all of them.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know
there's
that.
like one bolt of
There's
it.
like, yeah, there's just a
Yeah.
couple remaining.
Yep. Oh,
So-
good morning, Bev, or good afternoon. She walked by our house today. She went 5 miles.
What?
I
Bev,
don't even go
oh.
5 miles.
Did you go early? Because now it's really hot out.
She does go early, and I changed my sprinkler schedule for you, Bev, so you won't get hit with my sprinklers because she walks early in the morning.
Bev has a special sprinkle schedule
I
at
changed
Kate's
my
house.
sprinkler schedule at Jordan's discretion.
Do you see how I just did that? These little vines are like supporting my tulips. You can pop them up. They have great heavy duty wire and it fans out all of our pieces. Now specifically, this would be for tray look because you know that's weird on the door. But if you lay it in a tray, you could even elevate it with my little inexpensive Reader's Digest book here. Give it a nice little angle. Let's add some accessories. Maybe we will allow the accessories to sit on the edge of the book over here and see what we can do with that. Now, I am a partial person to mushrooms. Who else is with me? Mushrooms, mushrooms. These are the resin
That's no
wicker
secret.
mushrooms. This one says 1950 on it. This one says 2550 on it.
Our air conditioning kicked on, so
Yeah, it's
hopefully you guys
loud.
aren't hearing that.
Air conditioning's loud. We don't usually,
loud.
we haven't needed it much in here.
We
but
haven't. It hasn't been bad.
That just tells you how hot it is.
So that particular mushroom is on sale starting at $14. Some mushrooms are in the everyday category because they're going to transition into our fall designs, and some are considered spring because we wouldn't really use them for fall at all. So I'm going to drop a link to all mushrooms. There's even a mushroom charm in there.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's super cute. And then that's looking rustic with the twigs.
Said thank you. That helps so I don't get a sprinkler bath. Hooray! Hi, we've been missing you.
Oh,
I haven't seen you
hello.
on here in a while.
How are
Susie.
things up north? How are
Susie
things?
loves all the bows she's purchased from us. They're so pretty.
Okay, we're going rustic. We're working in some rustic vibes with something you can use any time of the year if you're a rustic decorator. These are real moss-covered plastic orbs, I guess, in a bag of mixed sizes. Isn't that a good-looking combination? So what if I throw a few of those in there and hide them amongst the florals and see how that looks? It is, you know, the only thing that's going to be needed to change is the flower arrangement, but you could use the mushrooms and the orbs. Continuing on, and of course the tray. So this bag has multiple pieces in it. You could use the whole thing in the tray if the flower wasn't in there, but the flower is taking up enough space that you don't need all of it, and you can see the mushrooms and the cute factor of adding the moss orbs. How do you feel about that look? The twiggies stand out. You just keep playing with it till you're happy with the arrangement. That's the idea. So that's a great scenario. Door swag versus tray accents. You can do however you like with that design piece. And actually, this is the only new one that just came to the online store that I'm showing today. And there you have it.
It's like only 30 minutes old.
That's right. Linda is on it. She has put that together. Speedy, speedy. So let's
Hi,
do
Grandma.
a couple modifications. Did you know this is our special buy of the week? I saw a lot of you put these in your cart yesterday. And if you're just joining me, I need to make sure every day this week I show you the olive branch bundle. It is only $7.79, which makes it 40% off. It's an everyday item. It's a giftable item that you could give to someone who is, that you need a wedding gift, perhaps. That
And there
would be
is
doable.
no limit. I saw some people must be fulfilling a small army with how
Oh.
many olive branches. And I'm guessing they're going to go as gifts, maybe in all the spaces in your home. I can't wait to see what you do with it. But there is no limit for how many bundles you can buy.
Okay.
The only limit is our current inventory. When it's gone for the deal. But it does run till next Tuesday, so you have a week.
So we've got some time, and we only pick items that should stand the test of time and be able to be available. So I'm going to use this mossy branch here, the lichen branch, I think, mossy stick. It's needing some bends. You saw how I shaped it. Let's layer that in place and put this on top of it. I like that look. Then we also have a papery, here it is, rustic looking patriotic bundle. Get a good look at this. It comes with some wired twigs. These little florals are a paper floral. The leaves are fabric and everything is paper wrapped. I believe we still have the wreath that matches this. Now, here's how we're going to shape it before I just do things and don't tell you what I'm
On sale for
doing.
16.
Okay. Make sure that twig is front and center and showy. You're going to want to fan it out to use it in your tray design. And then once you get it fanned out, make sure you give some curves and some bends because it's super straight. So just like break up the straightness of the stems by giving them some wiggles. Now let's see if we can, speaking of wiggling, not drop the mushrooms, but let's layer these things together. So we're going to take these two pieces and kind of intersperse the olive branch through the other one. Well, that works nicely. And then they layer up really well on our tray. So if you're wondering why I'm wearing a cowboy hat today, it's just because, you know, made you look. That's all. And because Kate bought it.
Jordan bought it.
Jordan bought it. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Jordan. So these are so cute together, the mushrooms and the papery stems. Just trying to think how I want to finish my combo. It looks like it could use a little ribbon on here where the branch and all the stems come together. Or can I set another item into this look? Maybe I'll just layer some of these moss balls in the center to fill the shape that we've left over on the side
Those
here.
ones are so handy. If
Well,
you have the bag at your house,
inexpensive.
you will find places to put them.
Did you tell me the price of the bag of orbs?
No.
Okay. No, no, she does.
Ew.
No, didn't do it. Didn't get
Long
it done. Let me show you a couple bolts of ribbon here. These look pretty rustic. I like both of them because they're cotton. They're not the blingy, glittery ones. And the person probably has the scissors around here somewhere.
I'm going to drop a link to All Patriotic Ribbon. There is a decent selection. So you'll be able to see we have
Neat.
one style of bow left in stock, and then the rest are beautiful bolts of ribbon.
Let me show you a sneaky trick for you non-bow tying peeps. Okay, we go like so. We make a loop. We pinch. We flip. We make another loop. That's the extent of the hard part. You cut it off. This is a sneaky trick. It works best with wired ribbon. Then you cut another chunk of something else of a random length and you tie a knot. Can you tie a knot? Yes, you can. I recently found out Kaylee at age 7 just learned to tie a shoelace bow because none of her shoes have lace. Poor babes.
How old was I?
I don't think anybody needs to wear shoes with laces lately.
I feel like I was pretty old when I learned to tie a shoe.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Velcro everything. Moms don't have time to do that.
Who has to teach your kids these things? Just buy them Velcro shoes. Okay, so the bow just gets tucked in and adds a little color and a little vavoom-ish situation. Now that is a bow for anyone, right? If you can't tie this bow, I'm sorry, I can't help you anymore.
Tough love, baby.
The bow is so easy, but just a little scrap of ribbon. This is why you get ribbon and you let it lay around your house for multiple years and just use a little bit every year and get your decor fixed up with a bow touch-up, right? So now I just laid the bow where everything comes together. Let me flip this and show you the other side. It's so easy. The stick is coming through here at an angle. I like things at an angle. You could put it straight if you're a symmetrical person. Are you symmetrical and you'd prefer to
So
see it
cute.
straight? So that is the situation for just augmenting random things into. You could put it straight, but the handle's in the way. This tray, by the way, is
Manitoba.
oh good. She knows the tray. It's kind of a black glaze stain over brown. So that's how the color's coming around. If you're wondering what color it is black over brown wood. So there we have a couple uses for those fun little mushrooms. Let me set them aside and we're going to use other mushrooms next and one more tray design. This tray is turning out to be super helpful. So now we have a everyday swag here. So this would be a regular priced item, no color, just nice green textures. This is called the Morgan swag. Morgan. It does have its own bendy vine already attached. So if you don't have any, with the swag you're going to get some Same situation, looks great on the tray, using those little moss orbs that come bagged up. These orbs, by the way, if you want color instead of natural, this would work great. This is the other color of orbs. Navy blue with cream combination. Inexpensive, like 22 bucks. And you could mix them with these orbs that are resin to give accent to a tray while using these the rest of the year. So we can find something to add those resin ones to. I just wanted to point those out because they're equally inexpensive, same combination. But now, what we want to do, I'm going to try this little guy. How do you feel about adding strawberries to a patriotic look?
Obsessed.
There's a handful of strawberries back there. There's not very many. This is a strawberry bush. The strawberry is plastic. The flowers and the leaves are fabric. I think it's a little stark like this, so this is what I do. It's heavier gauge wire, but not too heavy. So if you spiral it, sorry? $10. $10. Okay, $10.
I was really hungry. I had to eat.
She's sitting over there feeding her face and talking with her mouth full.
It's open like this. Hiding with my mouth full.
Okay, there. Spiraling the stem. See how much better it looks than straight? Just saying. It's not hard to do. We can lay this in here and tuck the stem. We don't have to cut them off or anything. Just tuck your stem and work it into the center of the swag. You know, mix the stems around a little bit. Move some greens to incorporate your strawberries. Looks like it needs more red. Got a few started. Let's try these. These are called Baby Cosmos stems. This mini Cosmos bundle is 4 stems here, so you could disassemble them.
On sale for $7.
Oh, well that's great. So for $14 we could put 2 of them in. Again, with the spinning of the stems, it helps like stagger them because now the ones I didn't spin are longer than the short ones with the
Deborah
swirl.
said, please deliver lunch to Texas. Lunchtime here too.
Yes, I
We'll be coming your
know.
way, Debbie. Next, what day is it?
Oh, we're
Tuesday?
going on Tuesday to Texas.
Yeah.
You want to meet up for margaritas in Dallas?
We always like to go, what is that? Alma Cucina.
Alma Cucina, is that where we go in Dallas? Are we reserved?
Yes, I made a
Okay.
reservation.
Did we tell our friend Mary?
I don't know if I texted it to her. I sent it to you.
Okay. Yep, I need to find my friend Melissa. We need to find our friends. Who is going to be in Dallas?
Hi, Sharon.
Find the people. And get
Happy
everybody on
day.
board.
This tray is the Manitoba. I'll pop a link again.
This is the large one. There's more than one size. So I'm putting one each direction, then I'll hold it up so you can
The
see.
large is $59. You know, it's 20 by 12 by 2. Do you have the other sizes? Remind
No.
me we need to measure the other sizes.
Okay. Nope, we need them. They're not in here.
Okay.
So look at there. We could throw our, now we could try these orbs in here. There are 3 styles, by the way. Here, and I think you have to specify if you want a particular style. Otherwise, it'll be picked for you at random.
3, we'll give you a box of one of each.
And there's a couple boxes on the shelf, not a whole bunch. They are, they're resin, they're not plastic or ceramic, if they look ceramic. But the moss orbs help give them a little surface. So, you know, if the unexciting moss orbs are on the bottom, then you can prop the bright ones up on top of it. So that is an added benefit to the moss orbs. Now we've almost got the whole bag in there. So this would also benefit from the bow. You could put a sparkly stem in there if you want to. You know, this is hitting my microphone. I apologize. Sparkly stem. Let me see if I can
Just flip it backwards.
flip it backwards.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's fine.
Choking. This little guy could be tucked in and give you some more themey color. Sparkly, sparkly. There are just a handful on the shelf. Did you drop this link? Because I think you stepped away when I was talking about it.
Drop said link.
So that has 2 star spikes, 3 little hats. You can shape it and you can lay that in there, or you could put a couple of these little glitter ball stems in there. And those are going to add a little something
The
something as
garland
well.
version is also available if the
Oh,
stem
yeah.
sells out. grab the garland, cut it up.
Cut it up. That's true. You could do that. All kinds of ways to modify, but if you're going more of a rustic vibe, you probably wouldn't use glitz, but we're showing variations. I do have one fun thing. If somebody wants to grab this, these are on sale for $13 and change, and you don't have to answer that. $13 and change. So this is a double-sided printed mushroom set. The set is $13 something.
$13.99.
And they are so funny. There's only one set, guys. Who wants this set?
Final sale, it's got some red rubbing off, so we put it on ultra clearance.
So it is stacking on each other, and do you see the little bit of red rubbing right onto the white? I think you could try alcohol. It might take the color off, but at any rate, they're just inexpensive, cutie little things. If you like mushrooms, that's a red set. That would look really funny. Gosh, that's cute. This doesn't even have to be patriotic. That just is darling if you like strawberries. Put the mushrooms in the strawberries. So there's only one set of those little mushroom babies. First come, first serve on that one. That's how we roll. Okay, that was a good idea. I've got another great tray. Thank you. Right over here. This is Kate's styled up tray. Maybe we should switch gears and try a different runner, so you can observe another color palette. Perhaps this is the other style of runner. There are 3 total patriotic runners. We found nice ones this year, and we bought them deep enough that they are not gone yet. Not gone yet. So one is going to be more vintage, embroidery, piecing. All of these little fabrics here are pieced. This one is printed fabric, and then another printed fabric. There's a seam here, so white on the back. They're both nice and starchy. This is going to be your brighter color combination. And then the last one, I don't even think I've ever opened this style. That one, you can see the picture online, is a woven style. So 3 different choices, all approximately the same size. They are 6 feet long. Everybody just wants to make runners 6 feet long, so we have to go with it. Now this basket tray is brand new. Did you see us show it the other day when we got all these new trays in? So Kate styled it up with lots of goodies. I guess there's a hanger right here, so it's just going to be a bump. We have 2 candles from our deluxe candle line. Did you notice how many people grabbed candles yesterday?
So many. Oh my gosh.
Quick point about the deluxe candles. We love the top because this is why we bought them. The poured look, the pulsating flame, the variety of beautiful decorator colors, and we wondered why we weren't getting our candles reordered like we wanted to. Just couldn't buy them from the vendor. Now we find out the vendor's not shipping anything to the U.S. They are Canadian. It is a 45% tariff, no more
30.
candles. 30%?
Wasn't it 30 or was it 45? Oh yeah, there was 2 different tariffs.
It's
That
45.
Total 45.
The total is 45% on the current Canadian. So currently, we will not be reordering these candles. If you don't have a remote and you wish you would have one, grab the remote. If we still have them, they're $12. One remote will operate multitude of candles. All your candles from Deluxe, one remote only. They will turn off and on the bottom, obviously. But if you want the timer, you want to get the remote. And then whatever we have left in inventory is it for the unforeseeable future. So a little
And
bit about
side
that.
note, we are not ready to be done with deluxe candles. We
No.
just can't afford to pay an extra
Well,
45% for them.
They're not even going to send them to us.
No, they weren't. They actually took them off their website. And I called and I said, "Are you not doing these anymore?" She's like, "Well, we are, but unless you want to drive up here, you can't have them."
Canadian road trip. Does anybody want to bring us
Yeah, there you go.
candles from I don't even know where they are in Canada.
Can you smuggle candles through Canada? I don't know.
I bet, well, I shouldn't even speak about it. I don't know what's all happening. Just today I can tell you there won't be any candles on their way.
Correct,
And
Amundo.
when we get to market, we're going to have to go look for another brand. Oh, this itches. The sequins are poking me.
Well, then take it off.
My hat hair.
Oh no. It's smushed. Your hair is smushed. You're trapped in the hat now. You
I have to wear the hat all day. My polo shirt with my logo for my other company, and yeah.
Okay, next thing. Red Real Touch Geranium Spray. I got
Yes.
that link pulled up.
Okay.
It was $16. It's on sale for $12 today. It is beautiful deep red color.
So she just sort of swirled it in there, and I like that it's flopping over the side, and it does flop nicely because it's got long parts and pieces. And then for filler, this is the blueberry and oats candle ring that has a wreath, it has a garland, it has a spray, but I love mixing this into patriotic work now that we're moving past it. It will fill and stand out a little bit. So that's how that color is coming about. So we'll add our candle back in there, and our small candle was at the bottom. Here you see she tucked in our $7.79 olive promo piece, so that little bundle looks great, and one more geranium on the bottom. The last item hiding is the star. I don't know if we have both styles of the star left, but this one is remaining.
One of the other styles.
It was $16.50. It's a block. Very cute item and happens to fit in there nicely. I like it. You could add glitz to this design. Did we talk about the price of this double basket? Because I forget if we did. And do we have good dimensions online? I could measure
yes,
it.
We do. It is $79.
$79 for it. Does not come apart. It's fixed. So some of them are disassemblable, but this one is definitely woven and affixed this way on a nice sturdy wire frame. Very cute. I love this little stand. I think I was decorating it yesterday if you showed it with Bath and Body. Perhaps. I don't know if you did.
Just set it down. I'll grab it.
Okay, I'll put it here.
Somewhere so I can get my hands.
There you go. Okay, next up, let's talk about, oh yeah, here, this will work. A rustic vase idea. So this rustic vase never fails to be useful. I have sold so many of the Polonia, both the short one at 14 and the 16-inch guy. They're drilled out all the way to the bottom. Instead of maybe stopping like here, many of the vendors that carve things out don't drop the hole all the way to the bottom, but this one goes quite long. So we have a really pretty little design here. The USA drop-in was $85. And you can shape this to be a little bit more wild and weedy. And in fact, there's a butterfly hiding.
On sale for $64 now.
There we go. 1, 2, 3 butterflies. Can you see them all? 1, 2, 3. Those butterflies, there's maybe one butterfly stem on the shelf if you want one. 1 or 2. I saw like a single random butterfly stem laying on the shelf to ship. So if you, hopefully it's still coming up as an item. But if you need one, there you go. This is a great one to add items to. This would be a good candidate to swirl some more rustic vines through. Because if you did, you could just have the little tails and the loops show out front, however you want to do that. So that's a great drop-in. I'll show you a couple more, then you'll have a full view of what's still in the online store. Similar but different, side by side here. Different stems, achieving something roughly the same size. This is the firecracker drop-in, and the firecracker drop-in was it's 27 inches tall. It was $79.50. So this one's a little bit higher price point, probably because of what flowers and the butterflies were used. This one, firecracker. This one has no butterflies, but it does have this fern that I really like. And you can bend that.
Drop-in on sale for $59.
So that's a great thing with all this fern too. It has lots of fullness. You can always play with these pieces a little bit. When you get them from shipping, they're going to need shaping anyway, so don't be afraid to bend on them a little bit. That one's plenty cheerful. And then we also have another option over here. Yep, the cart is rolling around. So then we have a third option with the Americana hats in it. And that one is called the Old Glory Drop-In. The Old Glory Drop-In. Oops, I'll put this back. And that is a great looking, even fuller piece.
This is the very last one.
Okay, and this has got little berries on it. The only one with berries, it's the only one with the Americana hat, although you could add the Americana hat to any of these other pieces. So that gives you the full rundown of available patriotic styled drop-ins. And then beyond that, we have a non-patriotic drop-in. This is going to look short in here. Not good. We don't want that in there. This one, we need to get these tags. Remind me when this comes to the warehouse, people need to remove these. And I want to add some red to this. So this piece needs, we can add red for temporary use. The Spring Walk drop-in for $71.50. I don't see an easy to grab vase for this one, but I am going to take this poppy stem and I would probably get 2 of them. The white pitcher on the bottom shelf would work. I'd probably use 2 poppy stems and put 2 of them in here to temporarily give us some of the red. There we are. So you can dress it up and then not wire it or anything. Just set 2 stems in. Maybe we'd put a little ball spray to give it some color also. And then you'd have a everyday item after the season. So you're not committing to owning a patriotic piece. You're going to own a blue and white piece that would look so pretty with yellow or what have you coming up for the rest of the summer. However you're decorating, or you could do the whole ocean, seashell, lakeside vibe with your blue and white color. But that is an easy fix too. And it transforms something that isn't seasonal into a temporary seasonal decor piece. Good ideas everywhere today, and you get to look at me in a hat to boot. So hopefully you're having fun dropping in today with me. The whole show here is about adding some things and creating more of a rustic vibe to your patriotic look. That's a lot of you. I know anytime we put bendy vine in things, people get excited about the bendy vine. So I bet one of you out there is loving these rustic spins on our design. There you have it. It would just be back to blue. Something basic. Again, that's the Spring Walk drop-in. It will come up at 25% off. And by the way, these are real touch. So the Lisianthus is soft and pliable. Scabiosa in here, a fun and funky little thistle, a bud of Scabiosa, and then some really great quality real touch Pittosporum. So beautiful color combo. And everybody needs a little blue and white, I have come to think. Blue and white's just our top seller. No, I'm going to grab that tray next. I'm going to move these because I'm getting crumbs on them. So let me set those aside. How about over here? Look at this design. This is a good start. Let's see what else we can do with it. So our tray yesterday is making a comeback here. We talked about the Colleen tray set yesterday. Can you lay all those up there? Mm-hmm. The Colleen trays are recently arrived. These are really pretty taupe, heavy-duty woven rattan and wicker. The sturdiness of them, you can just tell by the size of the wicker how sturdy this is. This is our medium 19-inch tray for $56. And then, by the way, this is the small right here. The small tray. So it is sized at $45 for 17 inches. So they nest, and that means they're not that much different, just a couple inches different. This little tray, by the way, has my reminder to tell you about our, did you restock these?
They're ordered.
Oh, good. Okay, we're not going to run out. When you decide at the last minute you want these, we're going to have some for you. So what I love about our drink mixes, on an aside note before I start this tray look, is that for the season here, we did 3 different patriotic themed. This is the Blue Raz Rocket. You can mix it with white rum, blue carousel, and lemonade, and it becomes a light blue colored drink. This is the American Cherry Pie. You add gin and cherry juice with the water. Obviously that makes a fun and frosty red drink. And this one is just citron vodka and water, so it's a lemon drop flavor, you know, a frosty lemon drop. But the fun part is if you layer all 3, if you make a bag of each in your freezer, then your guests can have a little bit of each layered up in a glass and you make a bomb pop. So it's going to be a red, white, and blue drink, which, how fun is that? You can pull those together in the back kitchen, bring them out on a tray, and everybody would be like, wow. So those are only $18.50 a bag. And we must only have these 2 patriotic towels remaining in inventory.
Yeah.
Geometry towels. Are they coming up on sale? Ooh, look at that one. It says, "Let Freedom Ring." It's printed on it.
I think I was going to make them go on sale, so
Now's your chance.
your lucky day. I'm gonna put
It's
these
your
on
lucky
sale
day.
today.
Give her a moment. They're going to be on sale. Here's the striped one. This would be the perfect hostess gift if you're going somewhere. Just a little something, something. And then there's 1 set left of dishcloths. So grab those up for your hostess gifts. If you're going to go up to somebody's lake house, this is a great idea. I'm trying to show you the colors. So here's the kind of a light red color. That is the same print as the towel, and then a light blue star pattern, and that's your dishcloth.
$13.88.
Ooh, what a deal. So there's probably only a handful. Grab those. I believe we have one of each at the store, perhaps, as well. And then there's more mushrooms on my tray to show you. So let's see here what we've got going on. Now, these don't come this way, which might be disappointing, but I already know that most of you have at least one of these colors. We have sold so many of our LED sets of 3 candles that some of you are probably able to create this triple look right now. These are going to be a set of 3 blue, a set of 3 white, a set of 3 red, and we have just grabbed one of each. So if you happen to be a lucky person with that in your stash of goodies, there you go. We're also going to style up the base of the tray with this crazy snaggy big branch. Everybody loves this branch, the Traverse. So it's an everyday item, but we're going to be using this going into the fall season, and we have been for a lot of our bases of our swags, or you can wind it through a wreath. It's a very heavy-duty wired item that's kind of both paper and fabric and mossy-coated design elements here, and you can see how nice it fits in the tray. Just as a starting point for wild and crazy weediness. I just showed it yesterday, perhaps, or the day before, and a lot of you are grabbing it, which I think it's going to be a versatile piece even for Christmas. If you like rustic design, let me grab another book from my stash of books, the Reader's Digest. Look at that. Gives us a little flat platform, given the fact that the tray is bumpy. We also have a block style here. The patriotic block was $12.50, and I saw somebody at the store was even standing it vertically on our mantle display.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I know. I keep thinking of it horizontally, but there's no reason why you can't
It's only $9.
stand it that way. So for $9, you got a little rustic accent here. Let's layer that down in there. Now, this I think is so cute if you are a mushroom person. I have this one at my house and a couple of the big ones. We sold out of the big ones. This little baby guy comes, they're all stuck together. They don't come apart. But that's the size that we have. Just a couple left on the shelf with faux moss and their resin. So I'm going to set that over in here on the branch. We're going for rustic vibes with our patriotic theme today. We're also going to use another product that is very good for a rustic look. This is how it comes, the Geranium Blueberry Bundle. We only have this shape. There are no wreaths left or garlands or anything else, but this bundle can be made to work as a tray design or something like centerpiece style. You just need to shape it differently.
On sale for $13.
So we flip it backwards, pop it up a little bit, make sure the blueberries show. That's a lot of showiness for $13. I think we can accomplish quite a bit with just one of those today. So I'm going to lay that behind my candles. Like that we can get all of these details in this nice sized tray, and this is just the medium tray. If you want to put a whole bunch of stuff together, you can get the large tray. Here on the Traverse branch, we got a nice wingy piece coming up above. That looks good. That looks good. Let's see if we can tuck a couple more mushrooms in. You could add any of our fun mushrooms to your tray designs, perhaps cutting them shorter, but this Traverse branch and the little bundle I just laid with it will allow you to sort of just prop things in there. I don't want to cut a stem that you guys are going to need to buy. So we would have this one that should drop down a little lower. We would have these little baby ones. This is called, what is this called?
The small mushroom pit on sale for $4.
Okay. They're wood. Little bitty wood
That
mushrooms.
one we could definitely use in fall designs, but it was originally put in as a spring summer, so
Somebody should buy these for their fairy garden.
Oh my gosh, we should give some to the girls.
I've
They love
been
fairy gardens.
lately seeing on Instagram how these ladies are making fairy houses out of pieces of bark and, I don't know, mossy twigs in the forest, and they're taking their glue guns and building big houses out of stuff that they just look like fairy houses. I wish I had time. That'd be fun. So those two can stand up in there and look cute. And then we also have this style and this style. Ah, look at that. So many choices. a freestanding mushroom. There's only one size of this guy. I think Kate just put all the links together.
I did. All the mushrooms are in one spot.
So he's like a 6-inch tall mushroom in resin. And you can use your branch to help support, you know, just go like that. Wind it in there and stand it up, and then the branch will hold it. These two are also resin. I think you need to put them together because they're like two different styles of the same color. These are the gray mushrooms, and they are $4.50. So lots of mushroom choices today. And if you didn't think of it already, I would put the mossy orbs in there because, of course, the mossy mushroom matches the mossy orbs. So it doesn't need much, but you could drop a couple of those in. Or you could put in your cute and exciting little orbs, wherever I put those. I lost them. Those resin orbs could go in here too.
Oh, the resin?
That's okay.
One's in here.
Here's another block choice, by the way. This block is also freestanding. It's a nice big flag. I like the size of it, but if you want to hang it, you sure could. If you're patient enough to get those nails to go like that, everybody's like, no.
No, you can use, I use painter's tape. I put it on the back of that. I punch the holes where the nails go, and then I put
Good
the
girl.
painter's tape on the wall.
Good girl. She's
what I
thinking of
do.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you can put one on each side. So we could put the star block on one side and the flag block on the other. But those are the remaining items that we have for decor pieces. And if you mix them with mushrooms, I just think it's fun and whimsical. So I would do it. I would do it. Hey, now we got to come up with a drop-in for these lighted branches. That's pretty important.
Don't lose your mushroom at the corner there.
Okay, everybody's standing upright, standing upright.
Hi, Debbie. The art class was fun. My sister and I went, and the Norfolk Arts Center always has different classes and crafts and things like that. So we did a little yard stake class.
Cute.
Which basically was us for 15, 20 minutes pulling our beads and doing a yard stake, and the other 20 minutes just yapping.
Talking. Was there a lot of people there?
Yeah, there's a good amount of people there.
Good. Well, I always like it when the art center is successful because that keeps our community interesting. Okay, this needs to be
And then
unwound.
Lee and I just drove around in the Jeep for a while.
Did you?
Yeah.
So this is our set of 3 light branches. Whoever was mentioning that they just got theirs and they are going to post a picture.
Since we're talking about these now.
They come with stakes. So these little spiky stakes here can be added to the bottoms of the stem to give you an extra height and spikiness. Oh good, that's helping. So this stem, they're all assorted colors. So you don't have one each of one color. Each branch has all the colors on it. There you can see them nicely. And you're going to get 3, and they're going to be wired. So even though, maybe I'll just make a mess. Somebody else gets to put all this away. So here's the spikes. And here is your branch set. And here, thank you, here's your spacing. So you can see that the wire is quite far apart. Would you hand me a big drop-in from the top row? Mm-hmm. So if we were to add these to a drop-in, here's how you would do it. Sure. I would, in my hand, I'll just move forward with this one. So in my hand, I'm going to take my bundle that we showed earlier, and I'm just going to rotate it and wiggle a branch into 3 areas. And by wiggle, I pre-shaped it. Then I'm sort of pushing it in between the stems, and then that is what you would put together. I'm just not quite reaching here. Put that together in your vase.
You could use the crate behind you.
Yes, I sure could.
So this patriotic lighted branch set, indoor, outdoor, it was $56. It's on sale for $42 now. It's got a 45-inch long cord. You have 5 branches on each twig. You have 3 main twigs.
You better take a picture of the darkness on this
We
branch,
can when you're done.
because this is definitely a showstopper.
Yeah.
All right, I love that look.
It's beautiful. So, as someone commented, it looks better in person. It never photographs as good as it is. We need like a dark room and a dark wall corner. And
Well, maybe I should just take this set home to my house again and make
Maybe,
another video
because
outside.
That was really great for the radiant blast.
Yes. So the video that I made at my house at night, in front of my house with outdoor lighting and all kinds of, and cameras on a stand, everybody's like driving down the street wondering what I'm doing. Just me outside on the ground crawling around making a video. Don't worry about me. But the other item, the Radiant Burst, can I switch hands and get that one?
The stand is not connected to that.
Basically, I need to unhinge it from here and swap these.
Okay,
So
you're swapping them.
that's what I was gonna do.
Oh, stabbed in the eye. He's blind. Okay, it has a very short cord. There you go. I
Okay.
haven't unraveled them because these are obviously demo for sale.
They are for sale. So this is on one of the faster speeds. This piece, just like the other one, you pop it out of the package and you shape it. There's a video on the product. So if you want to see the video of this at my house where I'm talking about how you can use it, the stake, the plate comes off the bottom.
But
You can augment the height with these two different adjustable sizers, or you can hang, and then you can spike the whole thing into the ground because there's a ground stake, a two-forked ground stake around here somewhere. And then you can also take this off the top if you have a hanger somewhere in your porch, or if you just want to lay this in the base of a plant. Here you have a hanger right up at the top. There's a little loop up here. So that gives you different ways to display the light, and at night it is very showy. You can drive down the street and you won't miss it. At my house, my husband was like, "What is that thing outside?" He's looking at it through the window and he sees a red and a blue and it's like cop lights or something. It
Yeah.
scared him. So then on the cord is this little adjustable item down here. It has 8 different settings, and the settings move the lights at different rates of speed. That's what the settings do. There, you're getting really fast. So the faster it's going, the more firework light, and then you can just stop it. So setting number 1 is just a stationary light. Then it starts moving slowly, and the more I click it, the faster the lights move. 8 different speeds. So there you have it. Get creative with that guy. It's $86 on sale. And you've got a lot of showiness. So I, at the store, have one in each front display window downtown. That's looking pretty great at night. And at my house, I have the one out front. So a good combination of versatility on how you want to use it and showy factor.
gorgeous.
Great.
And someone asked, Karen asked about the ferns. We never talked about them, but I dropped a link to them. They're potted ferns for $84. They are 33 inches tall, so they're quite big.
And they have tiny little 5-inch pots, so you can put them in a 6x6 planter, or they're short enough and shallow enough with a little filler at the base. They fit in the little mini patriotic planters. We have a blue one and a red one with stars and little feet. Aren't they adorable? They were only $26.50 to start with, so they're like a $20 cute item for this fern.
Is there a timer on the...
No, they're not timered. So you're going to plug them in, and if you want to make them timered, I noticed they turn on to the same setting you left them at. So if you unplug it and plug it back in, it will stay on the setting you had it at before. So I think you'd put it on a power bar with a timer built into the power bar.
Like the little outdoor... I always have, like, I have a timer, old school. You can do a smart outlet, but I always do the old school timer outlets.
Right.
I like those. There's indoor and outdoor ones.
Kate also wound a fern garland back here for more ferniness. And we missed our outdoor pillow. It's a indoor-outdoor pillow. I would say I wouldn't leave it
That's an
outside.
indoor pillow. That's not
The fabric is indoor fabric, but I would use it outside for a party. It says, "Ain't no doubt I love this land." And it is one of the very last patriotic pillows. I think there's 2 of them, and then that's the end of the pillows. It was $54.50.
The potted ferns would not fit in the Paulownia wood vase, but we are showing them in a planter. They have a 5-inch pot, so anything with a 5-inch opening, Kim. And the link is right up above the 33-inch
Okay.
potted fern.
I think I showed most of, there's more things. I didn't get all of it out, but I gave you some fun ideas to sort of put a rustic spin on your patriotic decorating this year. Unless you're talking about this. This isn't very rustic, but it sure is showy. It kind of goes with my hat. That's what I'm thinking. The hat,
It does,
the
it
lights,
matches.
it's a good combo. So thanks everybody for hanging out today. I'm going to be back tomorrow, same time, same place. And we're going to surprise you with the first day of fall.
Fall first look!
Fall first look is tomorrow, so stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. Now, hey, Kate, what time are we tomorrow? We're at 5 tomorrow.
5, yes.
We're at 5 tomorrow.
So we are swapping Tuesday,
Yes.
Thursday live schedule. We'll be live Tuesdays at noon and Thursday
That'll-
night. So
that'll
you
be
will
a
not
spin.
see us until Thursday night, which means it is certainly possible that certain fall designs could sell out in the morning before we even go
Oh.
live. It's always a mad dash to
That's
get
true.
first dibs. So
I didn't think about that when I
fall
made the
first look,
switch.
all the items will be online in the morning. You can shop all the fall.
Shop fall
And you
starting
might
tomorrow.
even see it trickling online tonight.
Oh, okay. Kate must have some ideas up her sleeve. So the name of the
Well,
game
just
is Pay
time.
Attention.
I mean, I don't want to be up super early in the morning putting it online. I'd rather put it online before bed.
Oh, so all you ladies who don't sleep overnight, and refresh the
Uh-huh.
page on the website,
Refresh
see what
your
happens.
page. Yes.
Okay, well, this will be fun tomorrow. Then we'll catch you at 5 p.m. Central on Thursday. See you then. Bye bye.